From the shadow of Mount Rainier comes your business superheroes, the disruptors, Bill and Candace. From the shadow of Mount Rainier comes your business superheroes.
I'm Bill.
I'm Candace.
And we're the Disruptors.
Welcome to the show.
Golly, it's nice you can make it today.
Well, you know, I try. Traffic was atrocious.
Yeah, well, I understand that. We have a special guest today.
We do, and
Yes.
we are excited to announce this is Kim Reams of O2 Expansion.
And
Welcome, Kim. Welcome to the show.
Well, thanks. This is great to be here.
And what we're going to do today is Kim's going to talk to us about massage.
And a technique that I've developed, and it's called O2 Expansion, and it helps people to breathe and breathe easily.
Oh, I want to breathe. Breathing is good. Matter
Breathing
of
is
fact,
good.
oxygen is my friend.
Oxygen is your friend. A lot of people don't realize that oxygen is an important chemical, and we're all addicted since birth.
How about you, Bill? Do you like to
Oh,
breathe?
I love to breathe. Yes, it's exciting. But with the weather like it is right now, is it kind of hard for people to breathe?
Some people will because of the smoke and stuff that's in the air, and that's something that my technique unfortunately cannot help with because the smoke is in the air. But people with asthma, people with that are athletes, people that are musicians that need a little bit more lung capacity, the technique would actually help them.
So let's start at the beginning. This is a technique that you've designed and actually have worked with all these years?
Yes, I've been working on this for 25 years.
25 years.
Can we just back it up? Because when I think of massage, I think of nummy, hands on my muscles, I'm getting stress-free, you know, I'm in my little happy place. Is that what kind of massage that we're talking about?
It's a little bit different in that this particular massage uses no oils or lotions. It's just skin on skin, so to speak, dry hand. And it's myofascial release is what it's called, the technique specifically. I do it a little bit different than other people out there do it. There's pin and stretch. There's all types of different...
Okay, pin and stretch kind of sounds like it's...
Yeah, that sounds like
put on the
something-
rack.
Yeah. Sounds like we're torturing people
Basically
there.
what a pin and stretch is you hold the skin and then you pull away from where you've held it. This is a little bit different in that it's a long gliding stroke, and it actually follows the muscles. Really, in a sense, kind of innovating. On one hand, we use
It's kind of difficult, I can see.
Yeah, it's
to talk
difficult to
about it.
describe because it's not your typical massage. I do know that it increases flexibility. I do know it increases, for instance, I had a 60-year-old fella, just started CrossFit, and after about the fourth or fifth visit, he was doing standing appointments once a week. He was beating the times of 20-year-olds, and people that know CrossFit know exactly what I'm saying there because, you don't start 3 months before your 60th birthday and then, come in to get a deep tissue massage and end up with what I do, and within 4 weeks beat times of, 20 to 30-year-olds, and then stay on the top of the leaderboard for the whole year and a half that you're doing CrossFit while you're doing my technique. So it's really kind of fascinating, to watch the results.
Well, and I think that there's if I remember right, I had read a story that you had stated about a gentleman who wanted to increase his horn blowing ability, and you had increased it using this technique. Mm-hmm. He had increased to over 2 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. Where did he start at on that? How long was he able to hold that first note?
His first note he could only hold, the longest he could hold it was 48 seconds, and this was on his trumpet. He was trying to blow a 1 minute note. And
you were able to have him blow a 2 minute note.
2 minutes and 12 seconds. It was an increase of 275%.
Man, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's like make your appointment today.
Yeah, pretty much.
So where can they make that appointment?
Arabella Vital Day Spa is where I work.
What's their phone number?
253-841-3140. ArabellaVital.com. And we're also on Facebook, Arabella Vital.
So we need to go up there and like the Facebook.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
do.
Yes,
like
absolutely. We need to do that.
Yeah. And if you want to do the O2 expansion at Arabella Vital, because I'm not on the menu because it's exclusive to me, you have to ask for that thing that Kim does.
Okay. So, Kim, do you speak about this? I mean, do you have training that you can train other massage practitioners?
I'm in the process right now of I have taught it as a continuing education class. I'm in the
that's really neat.
process of working on getting it certified with the National Board of Certified Massage Therapists and Body Workers. So I'm in the process of doing that. This is a proprietary kind of thing, so I'm working on copywriting and intellectual property, and I'm also working on trying to get a licensing agreement going so that other massage therapists that want to use this, they can use my logo in their marketing and for the brand.
Sounds like really a unique opportunity for people to get involved in, because this thing with air and lungs and all that are very, very important. People don't really think about it that much.
No, they don't. In fact, breathing is a very important factor in life. And this one lady that I was working on, she is 72 years old when I started working on her. She could only afford to come in once a month, and it was before Christmas, so I worked on her September, October, November. She couldn't come in December. January she came in, and she says, you know what, this has been really great because I can't tell you where my nebulizer or my inhaler is. And I haven't slept with my nebulizer since before Thanksgiving.
Wow.
And
that's incredible.
Yeah, and then she came in February. She said, well, I had to use my nebulizer. I had a cold, so I had to use my nebulizer for 2 nights, but I still don't know where my inhaler is. So she was using her inhaler six to 8 times a day. And I worked on her 4 times, once a month, and she forgot where they were because she didn't need it.
Can you work on burn victims?
Burn victims, I love working on scar tissue. People with burn victims, surgical scars, injury scars, stuff like that. Yes, it's an amazing technique because that actually helps to increase the flexibility there too. Working on the scars, showing people what they can do to soften up the scars and get their flexibility and movement back in particular areas it's a very rewarding thing. Yes, I can work on scars.
Well, it sounds like there's a bunch of people that can actually, you don't have like one target audience market. So you've got parallel income streams with, working on different people.
Absolutely.
With different causes and different effects.
Absolutely. It's really fascinating because this technique does work on just about everything and everybody. One of the things that's really, that is, my train just derailed, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's fine.
It happens
Candace
to Bill all the time.
no, Candace, she doesn't even have a conductor on her train, so it's no problem at all.
That's because mine's rapid technology.
Yes.
We don't fail.
But yeah, it's really fascinating. I started out doing this for musicians, athletes, and vocalists, because I could see the potential there. I do believe that I could improve a golfer's drive by at least 10 yards. I haven't had a golfer on my table to actually test the theory, but I'm sure I could improve their golf swing.
Are you looking for a case study?
That'd be kind of cool.
So if we call it out there, the first golfer that calls you up could have
the series.
I'm just thinking one free treatment.
One free treatment would be great. Yeah, that would be the educational one, which is an hour and a half.
So now we can tell all the golfers to immediately get a hold of Kim.
That's right. The first one.
The first one's going to be on there.
Now I haven't told the boss this yet, but that's okay.
That's okay. We'll make the call.
Yeah. Okay. So
they understand the disruptors.
The first golfer that calls in and wants to improve their golf swing with my technique, their first treatment, which is a 90-minute treatment, because there's education involved. I have to educate the client what we're doing and why we're doing it, because if they don't understand what we're doing, they don't come back. The first couple of visits, it is a little on the uncomfortable side, but I've had, like for instance, that 60-year-old gentleman, after about the 4th visit, he was falling asleep on the table.
Wow.
Man, that's amazing.
Now, I will tell you that gentlemen, if they're furry, they will need to shave. Because as I mentioned, there's no lotions and no oils.
Okay, Bill, that means you've got to shave off all your chest hair.
Yeah, or
furry.
Back hair. Or
I like
hair.
that, yeah, furry.
Back hair, leg hair.
Leave the gorilla in the sink.
Arm hair, chest hair. It all needs to be removed. Because it can be a little painful.
Kim, that is really, really neat. And I'm excited that we have this service local.
Mm-hmm. It is local. It's basically 128th and Meridian. It's I don't even know the address. I know where it's at. It's 125th and Meridian. Basically. Okay.
Well, they can find you online at ArabellaVitalDaySpa.com.
Yeah, I believe it's ArabellaVital.com.
Okay, ArabellaVital.com. Mm-hmm. And your phone number again?
253-841-3140.
And they just need to ask for Kim.
Ask for what Kim does.
Ask for what Kim does.
No, ask for what Kim does.
Now that's interesting because people have asked me what I do, so
Well, we
I
still
hope
don't
that
know.
we
Well,
don't
yeah,
know.
we're all wondering what
I
you
try
do.
to tell him
It's
he's
true.
just eye candy in the podcast room.
Yes.
Candy in the box. It's always exciting to be here with the disruptors, so that's for sure. Well, this is the last question I wanted to ask is people with COPD. Does this have any effect, or people that have been long-term smokers or something of that nature? Does this have any? Your therapy have any effect on them?
Yes, it does. The woman that I referred to a little bit ago, she's not been able to come in for a while, and I know she's back on her inhaler, which is not necessarily a good thing for me to say as far as promoting my technique. But the fact that when she was coming in on a regular basis, once a month, and we were doing the technique as designed, she did not have to use her inhaler at all. She was not sleeping with her nebulizer at all. Well, except for the 2 nights that she got sick in February, she needed to use it because her sinuses were all stuffed up. But yeah, it works really well with COPD. I've had people that have had asthma that they feel like they've got a corset on, and I'd be working on them. And
then they could really feel they relaxed.
They could actually tell. It felt like somebody took the strings off the corset and then it fell off.
That's wonderful.
It was really something. So yeah, people with COPD. That's actually a medical type of a thing. It's really interesting because it was, I don't know, 3 to 5 years. I didn't even think medically. I was thinking athletic, music, vocal, flexibility. That's what I was thinking. And somebody asked me, how would this work with medical aspect? And it's just opened up a whole new avenue. So the research hasn't been focused on COPD and asthma. It's been focused on athletic flexibility, increased endurance,
more lung capacity.
Yeah, lung capacity, activity type.
Be great
things.
for swimmers.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I tried to message Michael Phelps. Of course, it was during the Olympics. I'm sure he wasn't looking at his Facebook page, but.
There's a strange possibility. Although I understand 2 weeks ago he was, chasing sharks and trying to beat them in a race. So maybe that would have given him the edge.
It might have given him the advantage because
right.
Sharks don't like to sit quiet on a table, but I bet I could get him to sit quiet on a table. But anyway, it'd be really kind of interesting. I'd like to take a second or third place, consistent second or third place marathon runner or swimmer that's consistently coming in second place or consistently coming in third place, and put them on the table and see if we can't just blow them out of the water.
It'd be very interesting to see.
So if you're constantly in second place, you need to give or third place, you need to give Kim a call.
Yeah. Or not in any place at all. Give her a call.
If you'd like to breathe just to get up the stairs.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, but that's one of the things.
Well, Kim, I want to thank you for being on the show. Any final words? Eye Candy Bill.
Eye Candy Bill speaking. It was really great to have you on the show, and I know a lot of people will be interested in finding out how your procedure works, and we'll naturally forward any information that we have for you from many of our listeners. Well, I want to remind everybody that you can talk to us through calling 253-691-6170, or you can do something better yet, and that's get a hold of us on email. And that is yourdisruptors@gmail.com. I want to give a real round of thanks, and thank you so much for coming in. We hope to have you back.
Kim.
Oh, I'd love to come back.
We'd love to have you come back, and maybe you can tell us again some newer stories or other clients or patients.
I want to hear about that golfer.
Yeah, the golfer.
Yeah,
His
the
swing
golfer. Yeah, I got to call the boss
golfer
on that. Ooh.
That ought to be exciting.
We'll back you up, sister.
Well, that's it for the show today. I want to thank bensound.com for the music background that we use, and thank Candace and, of course, Kim for being here. So we're going to tune out now. Have a great day, and remember, keep on smiling.